In Book 8, Sunset, and Sunrise, Chapter 84 of Middlemarch, Brooke delivers the news that Dorothea plans to marry Ladislaw. There's much consternation. Mrs. Cadwallader thinks that God, or Mr. Casaubon himself, made him a disagreeable person and then dared Dorothea to contradict him. In Chapter 85, Bulstrode feels immense gratitude toward his wife and asks if there's anything she would like him to do about property arrangements. She asks him to do something for Lydgate, but he tells her he's returned the money after getting Mrs. Casaubon's loan. He suggests that Fred take over the management of Stone Court and pay him a share of the profits rather than rent. In Chapter 86, Mr. Garth has agreed to Mrs. Bulstrode's proposal. The couple can now marry sooner since Fred has a home and some prospects. And in the finale of Middlemarch, the narrator reveals how the lives of the principal characters turned out. Fred and Mary are happy and prosper. Lydgate and Rosamund continue to struggle with each other. Lydgate dies at 50 after gaining an excellent practice. Still, he considers himself to be a failure. Rosamund remarries an elderly, wealthy physician. Dorothea is glad to have married Will Ladislaw. Her story is still told in Middlemarch, and those who did not know her thought she was foolish to have made two ill-advised marriages. Others who knew her thought it was a shame she hadn't done more with her life. But the narrator bitterly comments that it is those others, as society, who thwart the ambitions of potential heroines. Still, the growing good of the world is partly dependent on unhistoric acts. Things are not so ill with you and me as they might have been, owing to the number who lived a faithfully hidden life and rest in unvisited tombs. The author uses Mrs. Cadwallader as a kind of public mouthpiece that expresses many of the feelings held by Middlemarch's public. She also represents the prejudice of the upper classes in many of her pronouncements and provides comic relief as well with her witticisms. The narrator leaves much of the blame for failed heroic expectations at the door of society, which has the habit of thwarting individuals whenever it can. Nevertheless, she ends on a hopeful note, because great souls exist among us and make an important difference, albeit quietly, in the lives of everyday people.